Today we're going to look at an intriguing part of faith that has a lot to do with cosmic travelers, called wanderers or starseeds. Not only is Jesus, also known as Yahushua, depicted as a historical figure, but also as an individual. Dolores Cannon's interpretations have added to the idea that these wanderers are souls from higher densities who choose to incarnate in lower ones, mostly to help the development of all beings. If you like learning about how our everyday lives connect with spiritual things, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps us bring more videos to you. Let's get started. What does this spiritual message say about a wanderer or starseed? A wanderer is an entity that comes from a higher density, like the fourth, fifth, or sixth, but decides to reincarnate in a lower density, like the third, which is our Earth. This is what the teachings from groups like LL Research say. The goal of this reincarnation is usually to help people learn more about their inner selves and grow spiritually. In these stories, what does Jesus look like? The highest sub-octave of the fourth density depicts Jesus as a wanderer. He had the chance to move up to the fifth density, but decided to go back to the third density instead. His job was to represent and spread the vibration of unconditional love, which led to his death on the cross. He performed this act to demonstrate to others how to love and sacrifice for others. On May 11, 2022, a channeled message said that this person, who is talked about as an inner transformative power in Neville Goddard's spiritual writings, has been misunderstood in the past. Recent sessions at LL Research have added to the idea of Jesus as a wanderer, which is in line with Cannon's view of such people. In these sessions, it was said that he was now living in the fifth density and learning and continuing his work in different ways, such as by communicating with other beings in the universe on occasion as part of a cosmic confederation. Many worldviews see Yahushua as a constant guide who transcends ordinary stories. In his incarnations, people often made sacrifices that were similar to the ones he made on the cross. This recurring theme emphasizes a universal pattern of service and wisdom that these unique beings demonstrate by shining the light of knowledge and kindness into the darkest parts of the universe. Yahushua, as a spiritual leader, answered the world's calls many times with low densities and little spiritual light. Both worlds are just beginning to understand life, and they often don't understand the energies that make up individual and group life experiences. He has been along this road many times and wants to share what he has learned with people who are just starting their own spiritual journeys. The cross, an angle that points up to heaven and across the earthly plane, typically represents different levels of sacrifice. It represents the transcendence that people can reach if they fully embrace and follow the principles of service to others. As an example of giving up earthly pleasures and life for the greater good, this service often involves giving up personal gains, joys, sorrows, and even one's very essence. This demonstrates to others the depths of life, which remain hidden until one encounters Yahushua's teachings. So, we can say that this being has lived on many third-density planets at different times, each capable of receiving these basic spiritual or metaphysical teachings. These teachings stress that life's purpose is to serve others, seeing them as brothers and sisters to those who want to serve. People regard Yahushua as a model of the infinite Creator's presence. He used this divine link to heal, teach, and inspire people who didn't know there was more available. Yahushua's teachings dictate that everyone possesses a profound connection with the infinite Creator. If this video is helpful and you want to see more, remember to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, And you can even leave a super thanks to help us out. Every little bit helps us keep making these videos. When thinking about the right way to relate to the body and how it affects polarity, it is important to remember that the body is not just a brief vessel, as many spiritual teachings say it is. Earth's clay forms the yellow ray physical complex which emerges from the womb. Although it will return to Earth, it is more than a temporary home for the soul. The body is part of us, not a barrier. Your body is a mirror in the illusion of your world, revealing personal blocks, imbalances, and areas where you need to learn. The mind doesn't always fully process or integrate this knowledge, and it can miss the body's part in the spiritual formation process. Rod's comparison of this to the Athanor is appropriate, because the body goes through the fierce fires of third density, which shape identity and change the dense into the refined. As a person grows spiritually, their body undergoes what you could call improvements, becoming stronger. As a person develops spiritually, their body improves, becoming stronger. You can work on deep awareness alone, but your body is important because it reflects your presence and influences others. The body provides us with numerous opportunities to assist others, but we can also leverage these opportunities to further divide ourselves. To live in this fantasy, you need a body complex. The self may transcend the body, transforming physical pain into a feeling that should not be pushed down or ignored, but rather seen as a sign of the self's intelligence. As a person advances in polarity and development, however, physical pain does not take over their identity. Instead, one can look at the body's input systems, such as pain, without becoming attached to them. This can help them better understand and accept the body's role as a spiritual friend. This detached view doesn't mean that physical suffering ends as a person grows. Instead, it means that the person learns how to use painful experiences more effectively. The spirit still relies on physical pain and suffering. Physically limited people can teach by showing how they can shine or get past their limitations towards their goals. Adding to what we've already talked about, Helen Keller shows that physical limitations don't have to stop mental growth or the ability to inspire and educate others. Even though Helen Keller had a lot of problems with her senses, she became a shining example of how to deal with problems by using her mind and spirit to get through them. Lessons from people like Ra and Quo demonstrate that choosing positive polarity and seeking transcendence can lead to unique challenges and experiences in life, no matter how spiritually developed an entity is. Changing where you focus your attention can help you understand and use your body as a training tool much more effectively. This change allows us to work more deeply with the mind-body-spirit complex in order to serve others and learn more about spirituality. When an entity moves forward and enters a deeper metaphysical light, the physical body, this vehicle of clay, responds by becoming lighter. This could help with healing and easing physical burdens. People who undergo this change may feel clearer, have fewer toxins in their bodies, and have more energy and strength. But it's important to remember that physical pain doesn't always mean that you're not spiritually growing. Advanced spiritual beings may choose physical limitations as a means of personal growth, embracing challenges that foster greater spiritual advancement and deeper comprehension. Therefore, physical pain can be a crucial way to learn, pushing a person or thing to become more aware and understand things better. It is even more important to be kind to yourself and others in third density, where the veil of forgetting makes it challenging to see your spiritual growth clearly, and the many things in life can be confusing and distract you. Meditating and being still can help you see more clearly what the body and mind are really like, showing you the complicated dance between physical life and spiritual goals. In response to Jay's question about visualizing fourth density waves coming into Earth, it's important to note that different people have very different ways of seeing. People who are meditating to help Gaia's transition or their own spiritual growth may find that following prescribed visualizations doesn't work as well as trusting their instincts and letting their own unique visions guide them. Whether you're visualizing personal or planet-wide changes, focus on your intention and energy, rather than the picture itself. If a seeker really wants to be in a state of silence, what comes up during this meditation practice is a powerful confirmation of their spiritual messages and inner wishes. This process lets the seeker see images or feelings that hit them deeply come up on their own, making direct communication from the heart possible through the illusion of everyday awareness. If you're not sure what to visualize, the most important thing is to be in the silence with a clear purpose and let your thoughts and feelings come up naturally without judging them. At this point, Helen, the tool sending these messages, says she is tired, which makes it harder for her to stay in touch with the source of these transmissions. As a conduit, she apologizes for any issues that might have disrupted the information flow. This indicates that she feels vulnerable at this particular moment. To this end, Kuo's beings comfort her by recognizing her hard work and thanking her for her service to the one infinite creator. Helen steps back, and the attention moves to Kathy, who is ready to continue the conversation with her instrument. As Kuo asks a new question about the spiritual effects of insomnia, the topic of conversation shifts to the important role sleep plays in balancing the body, mind, and spirit. Sleep is not only necessary for the body, but it also helps the mind and spirit heal and connect. Lack of sleep or insomnia affects more than just a person's physical health. It also affects their mental and spiritual health. The brain goes through stages while we sleep that let us rest deeply, be creative, and solve problems in our dreams. During this time, people can also connect and talk to each other spiritually on different levels. This can assist with healing and solving problems that arise in the conscious life after sleep. As a result, sleep problems, such as insomnia, are closely linked to how a person processes and makes sense of their events on all levels of being. Getting enough sleep helps the body, mind, and spirit reach their full potential. The discussions about sleep and its broader effects demonstrate the connection between our physical and spiritual lives. This shows how important it is to look at all parts of yourself if you want to grow spiritually and understand yourself better. In the vast field of spiritual study, sleep plays a crucial role for the body, mind, and spirit. Sleep is beneficial for health, happiness, and mental growth, and it gives the entity the break it needs to stay balanced and healthy. It's important to know that different people have very different sleep needs. Some people require less sleep and feel better after shorter night cycles or naps during the day, whereas others require longer sleep times to allow for more mental and spiritual processing. Meditation can be a safe place to go when you can't sleep, because it connects you to higher energy states and peace. Visualizing healing light or deeply connecting with the peace of higher places can help you let go of the stresses of the real world and feel more in tune with God. This spiritual exercise not only improves your health, but it also makes it easier to send love and light to others, which is beneficial for the collective consciousness. Meditating and visualizing can become powerful acts of service for everyone, helping to bring the world spirit together and make it stronger. Just a quick reminder, If you liked this video, please support us by subscribing, liking, and using the super thanks. Your support really matters and helps us keep exploring these topics together. Thanks for being here with us.